Boys, here's how to properly use Brickell in BTD6. So the past few videos that we have made are covering each hero in depth and how to use them, because on the main channel we made a how to properly use every hero in BTD6, but it was like a brief overview of each one. It was where to place them, what monkeys they combo with, what they're weak against, what their abilities do, etc. But here we're going to go through two full runs, two different strategies, and explain basically every decision I make. So with Brickell, obviously we're going to want to be on a water heavy map to get the most out of her, as she's a water based hero. And then we're going to want to start with either a dart and a sub or a dart and a buccaneer, as she buffs water monkeys. And they're both very solid starts. So on a map like this, I wanted to start with a sub because it's a nice little bend that we can turn this guy into a submergence support to decamo everything in the future. And it is a strong enough start that we can go straight for Brickell. So she levels up a bit slower. She won't be hitting level 20. So we want to get her down early-ish, and her pistol is very nice for the early game. So I believe it does 3 damage right off the bat. We're going to put her behind the sub because she doesn't have camo detection, but like pretty far forward. We're not going to be putting many bucks in front of her. And then we're going to set her to strong, because you'll see probably like rounds 14 or 15 when the yellows and pinks make it to her. Bringing a yellow down to a red is so nice, or a pink down to a blue, and she doesn't miss, so she's no Quincy. There we go. We already have our hero down. We have plans of making this guy submergence support, and ideally you can put Brickell inside the range of the sub that you want to make that into a submergence support, because later you can make it a reactor to give her shorter cooldowns. Not necessary, but if you don't plan on going all the way to an energizer, a reactor for the shorter cooldowns is pretty nice. Anyway, we already have a lot of money, so let's just back her up with a buccaneer. There are a bunch of strategies you can do with Brickell. You have the sub army, you have the carrier flagship, the pirate lord, mermonkeys, a mixture of any of those. But we, I think, are going to just do permabrew destroyers. It's like my favorite strat on this map. So we're just going to work towards a destroyer. Probably just gonna leave this guy as a 2-1-0 for now. Grape shot pairs super well with Brickell, as she gives passive extra pierce way down the line. I think it's 11. No, where is it? Who knows? Anyway, eventually she gives extra pierce to every monkey, every water monkey in her range, which works super nice with low pierce towers like that. But then also she gives extra attack speed and pierce when you use her level 3 ability. What a terrible time to use that. And it just works really well with our high projectile towers. And it also at level 5 gives them lead popping power, which is super nice. But because we're going to be making this guy submergence support, we just need to pick up a cheap camo detecting option that can handle the round 24 camo green. So a 002 dart monkey, super nice to do that. Other than that though, we need to plan ahead. So round 33 is the next round of camos. We'll probably pick up hotshot just to handle the leads. We could use a 100 sniper. We could use her ability, but we're going to be picking up hotshot anyway later on, so might as well get it now. And while I do want to rush a destroyer, I don't think we'll have the money to get that and a submergence support in time. So I think what I'm going to do, actually, might be a little bizarre. I'm going to get another one of these guys down just for fun. Just another 2-1-0, because we'll be spamming destroyers this run. Might as well get them now. And then we will go towards a submergence support for round 33. I just didn't want to lose the popping power of the submarine and not have enough to back it up, but we probably would have been just fine going straight for this and then a destroyer. There's one thing I've learned in normal chimps games where you're going for the black border, you have plenty of money. You don't need to be like super frugal unless you're going for like a least cost challenge or like a true expert map. But even then, like, you can spend a lot. So from here, the only goal is to get a destroyer by round 40. And with that, we will absolutely smoke the we'll use the ability here. Sorry, we'll absolutely smoke the Moab. If you're ever in trouble, just pop naval tactics and everything gets like 4 times as good. More pierce, more attack speed. And I just used that because we were very close to the destroyer upgrade, but didn't quite have it yet. And now we will get down this guy. I'm gonna slow it down because I want to make sure I have enough room for that. Oh. And okay, and the soon-to-be village. We're just going to get a 300 Berserker Brew. Berserker Brews. Oh, it's closest to Brickell. That's a big rip. It's supposed to be closest to the destroyer. Berserker Brews work insanely well with destroyers because of how many projectiles they have. But here comes the round 40 Moab. We'll just pop naval tactics and we will absolutely smoke this thing. Activate it right there. Whoo! Brickell, one of, if not the best chimps hero in the game, and it shows there. So now we get to do something fun. The nice thing about Permabrew Buccaneers is that we don't need the middle path. We have the submarine for decamo, and this guy will give us lead popping power. So we can go jungle drums and monkey commerce, and everything gets way cheaper. So we'll get 3, maybe 4 destroyers, and then we'll go towards a Permabrew. Tuck this guy way up here. Make him a 3-2-0. So nothing that important will happen during this section of the game, which is why I'm speeding it up. It's like a nice, easy save up. So we'll get a 4th, why not? Then we'll have to decide if we want a reactor. Do we? That is the question. We'll make our alchemist a 401 because the 501 is the preferred crosspath for the Permabrew, and that's what we're going for now. Being said, I think I am going to pick up Plutonium Reactor. Makes the decamo almost instant, gives Brickell faster cooldowns, and it's just decent damage. Not much compared to our destroyers, but we'll take it. And now we will coast. The only thing that might be challenging is round 63 because we don't have the most lead popping power. So I think I'm just going to pick up another hot shot for that. And then we'll go straight to a Permabrew. I'll slow this down though for round 63 just so you guys can watch. Here we go. The first 2 have lead popping power, but yeah, look at that. We do just fine against them, even without Brickell's ability. You'll love to see it. We'll use it right here. We can put down Brickell's Mega Mine, which is an insanely strong ability, used to just break open basically every Moab layer in the game. The only thing is it doesn't, oh, if they even make it to the mine, holy cow. All right. The Mega Mine just absolutely smokes blimp heavy rounds. The only thing is you have to be ready for the super ceramics to come pouring out in the late game. So, one of the best abilities in the game. You'll see, oh, it isn't super fast forward, but turns BFBs into Moabs or Moabs into ceramics. And here we go. We'll just break all of them open. Boop. And it provides a nice stun to anything that can tank it. Absolutely amazing. If you want to get the most out of her, we'll stall the rounds so that we can get a bunch of mines in the water for the next round. And we will be doing that later this game. But for now, we're just doing a very hefty save up. I like to just put mega mines in the back in case a tough round ever catches us off guard and they get like way farther than you expect. Because like this will only go off if they get halfway through our destroyer's range. We can put like one farther up just to see it go off every once in a while. Here we go. Just deletes the round. But because the Megamind can just unleash a ton of super ceramics on you, which are just ceramic balloons that come after around 80, it's best to pair her with something that can, one sec, we'll slow this down for the second rush. It is best to pair her with something that can clean up super ceramics really well. So we're talking a Prince of Darkness to clean those up, a Glaive Lord, or you can even get like a Snowstorm and just use its ability right after the Megamind blows up. That's a really fun combo. Probably what we'll do this game. I'll activate, that was not needed. I activated the ability because we're at the Permabrew. I just like to make sure that we do get the save up. Once everything gets that, oh, we are in business. We won't even need hot shots or hot shot. Beautiful. I want to see how far does that go. All right, we'll get some support now that we have our main damager. We'll get this guy and make it a 0, 3 or 0, 2, 4. Relentless Glue, one of the strongest supports in the game. Slows down blimps, stuns balloons and blimps once they start popping. Just a great time. And then to finish out this strategy, we're going to fill out as much of Brickell and the Permabrew's range with destroyers as we can. So we can put some... Does she reach? Oh my goodness, look at that range. Yes, she reaches up here. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Oh, that's funny. Out of money. And honestly, we're probably good with that. So we can pick up a primary training to make this guy better. And then we can pick up the sniper that I was talking about. What you do for this is you get a 402 and set it to last. So we get the stunning Moab, and it'll just keep a ZOMG or BFB at the back of the track for so long that you can just stockpile mines. Very nice. So what we'll do is just activate Mega Mine whenever we want, or whenever we can, and look at it. Something just gets stalled while the mines just come off cooldown. The only thing is our towers are kind of towards the front, so we do accidentally pop the last one. That's okay. It's still better than usual. Here come DDTs. Boom. Mega Mine destroys them. We don't even need a naval tactics, even though it would do work. Then from here, you can get really whatever you want. We don't even necessarily need the snowstorm, but I mean, we can get it. I like to make it a 240. That way it can affect leads and DDTs. Though, also, I guess since we have a Permabrew 042, it gets perma AMD, and we also would have been fine. Here we go. It's stalling something off the screen. Look at that. We're going to get 2 more mines than we would have. From the looks of it. Yeah, this is ZMG. Nice. This is called mine stacking. And if you want to get the most out of Brickell, this is how to do it. Put one up front too if you want. No, you don't need to. That splits up around 94 pretty nicely though. And now, I mean, with the rest of our money, I want to see if I can get something else in range. How far does she go? Oh, that's aggressive. That is outside the range of the Permabrew. That was a bad purchase. Anyway, this is round 95. We get a mine back here just for fun, but I don't think they're making it that far. Whoops. We'll see if this guy even attacks this game. But as you can see, this is a very strong strat. You'll just get a cripple Moab for fun. I don't know if we'll make enough money anymore, but we definitely would have if I didn't spend on that last buck. We'll probably be fine. Look at, oh, that mine is... If you put the mines too far forward, you'll use them when you don't really want to, and that's a good case, because this is going to split up the last CMG that we're stalling with, and it's going to hit that one, which is a shame. Oh my goodness, it didn't. Wow. I mean, fair enough. Now we have a fortified CMG it's hitting. Nice. Round 98, if you get enough mines, you can basically one-shot the round. It's amazing. If they're condensed enough. If you let them split up, it won't do that. But, whoops. There we go. Look at this. Remember, we do have a snowstorm if needed, and we still have our naval tactics that we haven't even used yet. I mean, they did get kind of far there, but almost at enough for a cripple. Here, we'll use a mega mine for around 99. The fortified Moab's always a bit tricky. In round 100, we will use naval tactics, and holy cow, was that a free win. But I mean, that's just the power of Brickell. You use water monkeys with Brickell and it's a good time. And what was the other map? I know we could do cabin. Let's do a harder one. Let's do Luminous Cave. I actually don't even know a start for this one. We'll figure it out. I'm thinking, I mean, you could do it like a sub right here. 6 is this way. So then, yeah, go right here with the sub. And then I guess we could do a dart monkey. We don't necessarily need to. Oh, we're still on 5 times speed. I was like, why does this look weird? Anyway, once again, sub dart start. We'll probably go straight for twin guns. If we can't quite make it, we can pick up a buccaneer. We'll go on this map because we have the obstacles that a normal monkey can't shoot up. We're going to go for a carrier flagship. And then I might bring in a, what's it called? A pirate lord just for fun. Or we could just get normal support. Oh, I was waiting to get twin guns. There we go. Makes a sub twice as good. Just a great purchase. If you really need to, you could pick up a second sub, but at that point I would just get a buck because that's what we're going to be getting anyway. And then after the buck, we'll probably get buck and grape shot and then Brickell. Just a slightly harder map than the last. So just trying to show that you don't have to get Brickell as early as we did last game. Let's put you right there. If you ever can, try to put the bucks in a spot where they can fire both sides of the ship. Once the balloons get far enough, you'll see both cannons can be firing at a time. So doubling their DPS if used correctly. See there, both are firing. That would have came more into play with grape shot because the angles would have been far enough apart. But now that we have twin guns and grape shot, that's more than enough popping power to get to Brickell. And we should kind of coast through these rounds. I think we'll be getting this guy to a enhanced eyesight once again for round 24. We're going to speed it up just because the rounds take a bit to get onto the screen. We don't need to be watching the balloons that whole time. Speed it up to 5 times speed just to make things a bit quicker. Put down Brickell. Where do we want you? There we go. Put her on strong like we do. We have time before round 24. Get double shot, the extra attack speed into an extra projectile. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. There we go. Look at that. Plenty of time. If you really want, you can put on the camo popping power priority or camo priority, which is by clicking this guy right here. And he will focus camo balloons. Look at that. What a beaut. Is there anything we want before? Trying to think. We could work in a mermonkey. Mermonkeys are very strong with Brickell. Could make it a Lord of the Abyss. Lord of the Abyss does just a ton of work versus super ceramic. So I think we will pick that up actually. Why not? And we can boom. And honestly, we might not even need a submergent support for 33. Oh, well, actually, I'll show you guys that we can get away with this. Sea mines. We'll see if the sea mines are enough. So I was going to pick up hotshot, but if you're really in a pickle like that, you don't need to. Just trying to show that off. Pick up a abyss dweller. Yes, we'll pick this up. Boom, sea mines again. This is a pretty easy map compared to advanced and expert ones, but look, we didn't use naval tactics at all, and we beat the round, so. And look, we still got submergent support in time for round 33. I picked this up so that we wouldn't need it, but look at that. And now we can go for a destroyer. Or if we really want, if you're gonna go for a pirate lord, you can just get a middle path buck. Also does insanely well with Brickell. I feel like Oh, this song is slightly louder than the rest. It's distracting me, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. We have our destroyer. Round 37 has leads mixed in, so we're just going to pick up hot shot. And now, once again, we get to think, what do we want? Luckily for us, the aircraft carrier is one of the strongest mid-game towers in the game. Especially when you pick up hot shot, it just one-shots every ceramic in the mid-game, basically. If it has the time to hit them all, if it has the pierce to hit them all. But if you're ever in a round where you need more pierce, you just activate naval tactics and boom, problem solved. Brickell is in range of that again. Let's go. It's all working out. Aircraft carrier. And we can speed this up. We get to decide. We'll pick up reactor again. Why not? You can either go straight for an aircraft carrier. On this map, it'd be really... Oh, I guess we could stall with a Moab shove if we wanted to stall for mines. But now that we have the aircraft carrier, it's pretty hard to stall because it's a global tower. So just a heads up about that. And I'm just trying to decide if I want to get a 501 Mermonkey before getting aircraft carrier. I think I'm going to. Gonna get the Lord of the Abyss. Lord of the Abyss works very well with Brickell and nearby monkeys. It gives them extra pierce, which they normally need, and then we can pair them with a what's it called? A final harmonic to spin the balloons around the Lord of the Abyss, so that every tentacle gets involved. Brickell and the Lord of the Abyss gives the final harmonic extra pierce. Glorious combo. Look at that. Oh, here, we'll slow it down. Watch how fast that these guys get smoked. Ready? Boop. The anti-Moab missiles and all the grape shots pop the mid-game Moabs pretty quick. This guy will clean everything else up. Pretty nice combo. And then we'll move on. The only thing is, when do we want to get a village? On this map, we'll have to get a middle path ice monkey first, but we'll just get a carrier flagship and then get that down. Seems like the easy solution to me. Probably on the right side. That way we can give this guy an alchemist, jungle drums, and have room to get our support down. But look at that. We got our 2 tier 5s before round 80. If we really want, we can do something like this and break them all open. There we go. Got our other tier 5. Where do I want this guy? I mean, right here. Ooh. No, we want a little closer. We'll go like that. Speed things up. Like I said, Snowstorm just works incredibly well with Brickell, so might as well go there. Definitely get a 240 this time around. Oh my goodness, we can put it all the way over here. Yes, please. Get jungle drums. And then we can get our support. Oh, we'll probably want wrong buttons. Oh, what a thick boy. Forget how big that guy is, because we can just put the... Oh, I assumed we'd put the glue gun over there too. Oops. Used a little more space than I meant to. That's okay. As long as this is in range of everything. Which it should be. Yeah, Brickell has a surprising amount of range. It always catches me off guard. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. Definitely didn't need to pick up Tidal Chill, but why not? We can get Echo Sense Network now that we have a second one. And then we're going to put Alluring Melody around the tentacles. And if anything ever gets that far, the tentacles will tear it apart. And from here, we'll get some normal support monkeys. That'll have to do. Relentless glue. If you want, you can get some Moab presses. We don't have the... I mean, we could get Moab presses right here. You can get a Sabotage Ninja. Could get a First Strike. What are we gonna get? I'm probably just gonna save up for a final harmonic. But like I said, you could be putting these mines down if you want. I think we'll be just fine without them, but it is always fun. We'll go down to 5 times speed. Oh, did it get one? Once we have a few more balloons and we can see them. Oh, I guess the DDTs will be good. Look at that. If you really want, we could pick up a MIB, give everything lead popping power, but you can skip that with Brickell, which is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to show you guys how to skip the MIB. So, if we're going to skip the MIB, what do I want? I did say that a Glaive Lord is very strong with this combo. I really should have picked up Monkey Commerce a while ago. We bought some monkeys in his range, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just save up for Glaive Lord to help clean up. 93, we'll put one down there, see what happens. Hopefully only DDTs get that far. Not even close. So, if DDTs are ever scary, activate Naval Tactics, and they will be gone in the blink of an eye. Put a Mega Mine back here. See if blimps get that far. We can use Naval Tactics on round 94, because 95 has such a long intro time that it will be off cooldown. So put those back here. 4 grand until we have the Glaive Lord. But for this round, we'll try to last as long as we can. And then we'll activate Naval Tactics to pop most of the round. It'll pop like 2/3 of the round. Everything will have lead popping power. And then we'll come back and use a Moab Mine if needed, or Mega Mine if needed. There it wasn't, but like you could see how it would be pretty easy to pull off, especially if you work in a snowstorm, you know? Also, if you want, you can put Snowstorm in the range of the reactor, and if it's on the water, like mine is, you'll get a shorter cooldown, which is great. You can combine that with an Energizer, and it'll have 100% uptime on the slow, which is nifty. Oh, look at that. Look how nice that combo is. Break them all open, slow them all down. Hard to argue with that. And then, I'm not realizing we never got an Alchemist, but I'm sticking with it. Nice. $98. Break them open. Slow them down. And I would use Naval Tactics, but I like keeping that for 99 and the fortified DDTs. Very challenging. You can get away with this round with like a Snowstorm and Mega Mine. As you can see, they haven't even really made it into the loop yet. Oh, I meant to pick up First Strike. And we'll just use Naval Tactics once the DDTs start spawning. You can probably get away with just a Mega Mine, but it's not too tough. Use that. Use the use the Mega Mine. Probably should have saved some lead popping power, so we're gonna save Naval Tactics until the DDTs are open. Our Glaive Lord can pop them, I suppose, but use Naval Tactics. Beat the round, nice and easy. Slow them down if you want. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you use Brickell in BTD6. Pair her with Water Monkeys. After using Mega Mine, use an Arctic Storm, Snowstorm, and get something that can clean up Super Ceramics, and you're good to go.